Morning. We have some really serious winter here in Sweden. We got lots of snow in December, and I thought, oh, that's nice. This is enough, you know. And now we're getting much more of it. And we get to shovel. We have to shovel our way out here. If we want to get anywhere, we need to shovel. Lots of snow, you see. Hard work. It's my fault, I realized. I had a steak the other day. I shouldn't have had that steak. It's your fault too, actually. I'm blaming you. Some of you are eating meat, aren't you? Every time you have meat, I get to shovel snow. See, this is how it works. Makes perfect sense too. It's the cows. They fart and they breathe. And we get the snow. That's right. So eat your crickets. Did you see that ceremony from the London Olympics? From the, the ceremony, the opening ceremony, 2012. I saw it earlier, right? And then I watched it again this morning. No, yesterday I watched it. This is some sick stuff. I'll post a link to it, right? So you see nurses and doctors running around and dancing, and they have hospital beds all over the place. And then there's a young girl in a hospital bed, of course, elevated. And then there's the reaper, big one, with something in his hand, looked like a needle to me. And then there's some entities, some black entities running around attacking people. This is, of course, pre-programming. I have no doubts about this. This is what they do. They pre-program people. Just 8 years before the pandemic. Preparing people for what's coming. Of course. They do this. Now, maybe you think it's a coincidence. Oh, this is just artistic. They just happen to pick hospital beds and nurses and doctors dancing. And the girl and the reaper and these black entities. Just a coincidence. Sick. It's so sick. All right, I saw also this excess death debate in the UK Parliament. I think it was yesterday. Andrew Bridgen, fantastic. I was happy to see a lot of people there. Right, he's doing a great job. And he's got some support now from other MPs. Yeah, I think he's breaking through with this stuff. What a stubborn man, Andrew Bridgen. He knows he's right, and he won't let go. I really like this guy. What a hero. Right. He said something about it, why media and the politicians, they will not touch this, saying this excess death issue. They will not touch it. They will not talk about it. He said because it's suicide for them to talk about it, to admit anything on this. It's suicide. He's correct, of course, considering what they have been saying and doing earlier, right? Of course it's suicide. So he's a smart man. Finally, the US election is getting closer. I was watching this guy, Vivek Ramashwamy, in New Hampshire, I believe. He's showing his support for Trump. And I saw them together and they were talking. This is great. I like this guy, Vivek Ramashwamy. What's not to like? I don't get it. There are two genders, for instance. Common sense, very vocal guy. See? So I like him. So it's looking good. Now, some people, I heard this, some people will not vote for Trump. They will not vote for Biden either. They will not vote. Right? I was thinking about this. What a fantastic thing, right? What if you can convince the Trump voters not to vote? Amazing. These people are happy about this, I'm sure. Well, the Trump supporters, they say, oh, it's no use voting. Fantastic. So they made it. They actually convinced you guys that you shouldn't vote for Trump. Now that you have somebody like Trump, no, you shouldn't vote for him. I totally get it. Now, if we're talking about Bush and Gore or Clinton and some other guy from the Republicans back in the days, this is different. Well, I'm saying it's different, and you're saying it's not. I respect this. I'm just realizing how happy they are about your decision not to vote for Trump. And I'm certain about this too. They planted this idea that it's useless to vote. If they can convince the Trump voters, the Trump supporters, not to vote, well, that's a high five, isn't it? All right, be good.